Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am back with another staple baking video for you guys, and today I'm going to be making triple chocolate chip cookies. The recipe is actually just for cookies in general, or chocolate chip cookies, but you can sort of modify it however you'd like. I am adding 200 grams of cold butter to a whisk or a mixer, and I'm also adding 300 grams of caster sugar. And you want to mix them just until they're nice and combined together. And then I'm gradually adding in 275 grams of self-raising flour. Now, if you wanted these to be sort of white chocolate chip cookies, you would add just 350 grams of self-raising flour. But maybe I'll do a video on how to make the vanilla versions of these cookies, because there are a couple of other extra things that you can add into them. And then I'm adding 75 grams of cocoa powder, nice and slow, while the mixer is on a low speed, just so that the cocoa powder doesn't go absolutely everywhere. I also have pre-sifted the sugar, flour and cocoa powder, so make sure you do that. Just making sure all of the butter is off of the base of the KitchenAid and mixing it again. Then you want to add half a teaspoon of baking powder and 1 egg. So then you want to just keep mixing it, and if it's looking a little bit dry in places, just add a bit of milk. It wants to be sort of a sticky consistency, but that will hold its shape and not sort of collapse. Then you want to add in around 300 grams of chocolate. It is really personal preference, and it also depends if you're using chocolate chips. I prefer to just use broken up larger pieces of chocolate, and in there I've got dark, white and milk chocolate. And I'm just mixing them around to make sure that they're all even. Of course you can leave them in bigger chunks as well, it's completely up to you. So something that I never used to do, but I think is really important, especially when you're using larger chocolate chips, is measuring out your dough balls so that they can be roughly equal in weight. It stops them spreading out too much, and it also means they just cook more evenly. So yeah, definitely worth weighing out. I'd say 70 grams is probably like a large for a biscuit, smaller for a cookie. If you want them sort of big, indulgent, 90 to 100 grams will probably be about right. So you want to put those dough balls in some Tupperware and pop them in your freezer if you can, or you can chill them in the fridge. And you want to just make sure that they're not touching each other, so I just use these little plastic bags just to make sure that they're separated from each other. You want to put them in the freezer for at least 45 minutes if you can, up to 2 hours, same for the fridge, just as long as you can, just to make sure that they're nice and cold all the way through. This stops them from collapsing and helps them keep their height, and gives them that crumbly texture on the outside and that gooey soft centre. Around 20 minutes before you want to put them in the oven, start preheating your oven to around 220 degrees Celsius or 200 degrees if you have a fan oven. And as you can see, I'm just placing the balls onto a non-stick mat. All of my non-stick mats are clean, by the way, they've just been sort of worn over time and stains have just appeared. After 13 minutes in the oven, you will find if you use a hot tray, they cook a little bit better on the bottom. That is it. So that is all you need to do to make these really nice triple chocolate chip cookies. Let me know if you would like to see a video on how I make my other variations of these in the comments down below. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week with another video.